Hey there, I'm Michel Casista, founder of the Small Town Business Growth Secret Community. If you've been following this series, you already know how powerful it is when you stop relying on luck and start building systems that actually make sense. And today, we're going to talk about something that almost nobody in a small town understands, even though it's the one thing that decides whether your business grows or slowly fades away. It's something simple, something obvious once you hear it, but nobody ever teaches it. Here it is. Whoever can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. This isn't something I made up. This is something Dan Kennedy talks about all the time in his No BS Magnetic Marketing newsletter. Because I'm a gold member, I see this line at the bottom of every email, every bulletin, every issue. That's how important this idea is. Dan puts it everywhere because he knows most people never fully gets it. And I'll be honest with you, most small town business owners definitely don't get it. I sure didn't. Back in my coffee shop days, this flew right over my head and it cost me everything. Not understanding this principle was a huge part of why we ended up $163,000 in debt. 7 years of financial stress. 7 years of worrying about losing my house. 7 years wondering if this pressure would break my marriage. 7 years of feeling like a failure. So before we go any further, please put away any distraction and really pay attention. Because this right here is the whole reason why I make these videos and the whole reason I founded the Small Town Business Growth Secret Community. When I needed help the most, no one was there for me. No one explained any of this. And my hope, my deepest hope, is that by sharing these lessons, I can save someone else from going through the same struggle I did. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I used to think the same thing. Spend the most? Buddy, I'm trying not to spend money. And if you feel that way, you're not wrong. You're reacting exactly the way every small town business owner reacts when they hear this the first time. Because most of us were trained to believe that advertising is a cost, a gamble, a waste of money. And honestly, a lot of time, it is, but only because we're doing it blind. Let me say something you already know is true. Most small town businesses don't track a damn thing. We don't know where our customer come from. We don't know what offers brought them in. We don't know which ads work and which one are lighting money on fire. And because we don't track anything, every dollar we spend feels like gambling. Then that makes you scared to spend, which make you stop growing, which make you feel stuck. I lived that. Back when my wife and I owned our coffee shop, the only time we thought about advertising was when somebody came trying to sell us something. The newspaper guy, the radio guy, the social media expert who swore she could get us more visibility. All of them smiling, all of them promising the world, all of them taking our money. And not a single one ever wanted us to track the result because they knew something we didn't. If you can't track it, they can't be blamed when it doesn't work. And every time we bought something from them, we tell ourselves the same lie. Well, at least people are seeing us. But here's what I didn't understand back then. Visibility doesn't pay the rent. Customers do. And customers come from system, not random act of marketing. This reminds me of something Dan Kennedy says all the time. Most businesses have it completely backwards. They think the purpose of getting a customer is to make a sale. But the real players, the businesses that grow predictably, know the truth. The purpose of making a sale is to get a customer. When you understand that shift, everything changes. Because now you're not trying to squeeze profit from the first transaction. You're building a system that pays you to acquire the customer in the first place. This is how you get paid to grow. This is how you win without gambling. This is how you stop starting from scratch every day. Let me tell you the moment everything changed for me. It was at the 10X Growth Conference. Russell Brunson walked on stage and he said something that hit me so hard. I swear the room went quiet. He said, if you could put $1 into a system and get $2 back out, what's your marketing budget? And the whole place went silent because we all knew the answer. If you put in $1 and consistently get back $2, you do it all day long. No hesitation, no fear, no guessing. And that's when I finally understood what Dan Kennedy meant when he said that the business who can spend the most to acquire a customer's win. It's not because they're reckless. It's not because they're rich. It's because they understand something most business owners never learn. When you know the long-term value of a customer and you can track where they're coming from, advertising stops being a cost. It becomes an investment. That's sinking for a second. Because you already know it's true. You can't make smart decisions with dumb data. You can't build a predictable business with random marketing. And you can't grow if every dollar you spend feels like lighting a match. But here's the good news. Once you build a system we've been talking about, once you have your attraction offer, what the marketing geek call lead magnet, your follow-up, your front-end offers, your customer journey all mapped out and working like a machine, whether it's online or offline, whether it's your attraction offer, your upsell, your retention, or every touch point in between, when every part of your customer journey work together as a system, everything becomes predictable. Something amazing happens. You stop guessing. You start knowing. You know exactly how many leads you got. You know exactly where they came from. You know exactly how much each customer is worth. And you know exactly how much you can spend to acquire the next one. And at that point, all those vendors you used to be scared of, suddenly you have the power because you can tell in 5 minutes whether they're worth a penny of your money. You can look at them in the eyes and say, sure, we can test your ad, but I'll be tracking everything. And if I put $1 and don't get at least $1 back, we're done. And they'll know you're not guessing. They'll know you're not naive. They'll know you actually understand the game. That's what the system gives you. Control, predictability, confidence, and honestly, that's what every small business owner wants. To stop feeling scared, to stop hoping today is a busy day, to stop waking up wondering if things will work out. So let me ask you something, and just notice what your mind says when you hear it. What would your business look like if you actually had this level of control? What would it feel like to know that for every dollar you put in, more dollars reliably come out? What would it feel like to never start the day from scratch ever again? If you're beginning to feel that spark, that sense of, holy crap, this is what I've been missing, then you're already moving in the right direction. And if you want help building this system step by step with people who actually understand small towns and without all the hype, the fluff, and the bullshit, then you're going to love the Small Town Business Growth Secret community. It's where people like you and me work smarter instead of harder, learn the real numbers behind growth, and finally stop doing marketing that only works for everyone else. If that feels like the next logical step for you, you'll find a link below this video. And if you got value from this episode, hit subscribe, give it a like, or share it with another small town business owner who need this light bulb moment today. Because average businesses guess, but the one who step away from average, they track, they measure, they build system, and they win every single time. I'll see ya.